Alright. Hello, everybody. Alright, yeah, it was starting to run a bit late here. There was just a little bit behind. And considering the fact that I just, had to update OBS again, they threw another one of this up on us. But the good news is it looks like it's working, so at least happy about that. But anyway, that's enough for me. I'm doing pretty good, actually. It's been... today's been going pretty smoothly, I would say. So, I'm kind of happy to, at least rest a bit and have the next day off, which is good. I mean, hopefully you're doing good too. Hopefully you're, hopefully you've been having a good day so far, or good rest of the day, I suppose. So it's like almost done, at least in my case. But anyway, as I figure, it's been a while since the last time we played this, so I think we're Warframe. Actually, I haven't played Warframe kind of so long. I'm thinking I've been thinking about getting back to playing some more of those, but I, haven't had time considering everything else. But I mean, for the most part, it's been nice though. But anyway, what I was saying before was that it's been a little bit since last we played Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, and I'm kind of interested in diving more of this because I think the last time we basically just done like one or two runs like the regular game, then we started to go into the new stuff they put in this version of the game. So I'm kind of interested in checking things out. I've seen what else they stuck in here. Because as you can see on the screen, they decided to make up a secret sequel to the game, like a theoretical sequel to the game, which is interesting. But anyway, was enough of me talking. Let's just go and get started. All right, let's see.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Oh yeah, I remember now. We basically just
427's job was simple.
we set things up for the sequel actually.
And he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Just started.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment.
It'd be soul-rending for me too, honestly.
As though he had been made exactly for this job.
So I know technically I work in retail, but still, it's like having to do something like this would be
And then
be
one
annoying.
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh, good.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Yeah, I feel that though.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, cool. Oh, I forgot there was an achievement for that. I remember that they're going through the lesson scene. There's like an achievement for putting up the game again after the first time you play it. So it's interesting. But then again, there's always the one where you had to not play the game for 10 years, which is kind of insane. I don't think we were able to manage that unless I stop playing this after a while. Anyway, let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I remember this now. This is basically like done the last session, like before I started dealing with the sequel stuff. It's where you feel like the two different choices of what some stuff to put in with this balloon here and something else. I can't remember what it was, but I chose the other thing. But then they just decided to put this in here.
Hard Stanley looked, he
which is
couldn't
interesting.
find a trace of his co-workers.
If I can find his committee meeting today. Oh, yeah, I forgot there were collectibles in this game, too. Oh, jeez. Okay. Ooh, bucket.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
A bucket friend.
With the bucket in his arms again,
I missed you, but it's been so long. It's been so long, bucket friend. We've spent so much time together. I'm gonna love this.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's listen. Let's do it this time. Huh. Yeah, they done where there's like more new stuff apparently. Oh. Oh, okay. So this basically telling us where all the collectibles are. 420. Huh. Stairs. Somebody do a stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Oh God. They didn't try to figure out what the thing is about this. Oh, the gnome. The gnome. It's the thing you see a lot in the freaking Half-Life games. Put down Easter egg, his pet's fence. The shiny float? I'm assuming that says float. So, the true Christmas made for warehouse floor. Ouch. That's unfortunate, though. Alright, so... The place is extinct. Huh. Well, they're really bringing home the whole... You just touch all the figurines just for a lot of stuff there. Lots of boxes. The room sounds like the room from the opposite direction. I think I might have to like try like a different run, I guess, since I take the backwards now. Get for that. Some with red and blue. Yeah, must be in the stairs, I would think. Yeah, let's think about that. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Let's just see what's down here. Maybe I get lucky. Who knows? Yeah.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
That's the unfortunate part about that, I think.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley.
Ooh,
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Well, I mean, he's just talking to bucket anyway, so...
Stanley thought.
Oh, wait, I think...
The bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times.
Ah, crap, I just realized we all went through this already.
He felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's
should be there soon enough, I think.
This isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed repeating.
Oh, that's so good.
Of course, very odd.
I lost my bucket.
Now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed.
Oh, God.
Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Just have to keep going now.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Damn it.
Truly be. He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the
that's
next.
new.
None of them were his. None of them were his
That's interesting.
bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
We'll get there eventually, hopefully.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It
Oh,
was the only way
actually,
to truly
I think
restore his
probably...
sanity. And then suddenly,
Ooh.
he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh, man.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
I don't remember the point last time where we had destroyed the bucket for some reason.
She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place.
Okay.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
Yeah, if only.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be.
Well, they sort of did with bucket in the room anyway.
Even tighter.
That's what they can.
Of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Whilst carrying the bucket. Okay. Okay, let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But I sure have about what it means, so boom.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
I kind of wonder if
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes,
I mean,
he thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it
with that cold drinks.
How
So that helps.
insightful the bucket turned out to be.
But they were $1.25 though, so it's kind of a lot for a can of cold drinks. I mean, really. That's kind of insane.
No, never mind.
So, I think remember they usually like
Stanley
yeah,
took the
60,
door on
70
his left
cents.
to go back to the meeting room.
I said $1.25 would be more like what was it, for bottles. It's like most bottles, I guess.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I feel like
Stanley did not
Ooh,
question
okay.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
What if
But
I
Stanley
maybe jump
chose
off of
not
that?
to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
I wonder if we did like that couple
In
of
here.
before.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Well, I mean, that room is also very dark, so... yeah, okay, kind of figured it wouldn't help, but yeah, we tried. Oh, there's a dark room. Oh, hello.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay. Works for me. Oh, man.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Where is the bucket, though? Ooh, it's a nice place. Sunset. It doesn't very much on the cover, but I guess it's interesting. Ooh, bucket. So use me your bucket. Just want to take it with you. Sure, right. Ooh.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Well, I mean, it's only so much you can do. I guess it's more like the, what guys be like the PNP from Portal. So, that's at least something. Ooh. Copier. How much the bucket? Oh, okay, we're going with this again.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
What
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
But it's my best friend. So we can help her, man. Oh, God.
Try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
But I
All
love
it would
him.
ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
I can still put the bucket over my head, though. I still wish I could, but I just didn't think of that. Those are the loud, man. Nice.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
It's not even a love story between me and the bucket. It's kind of something. Why don't you want your life except for me? Sure, why not?
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
It's not.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It's not super shiny. It seems. I see a little dark spot right there. So it's not like, 100% shiny. So, Even them are real, don't you, Stanley? Why not?
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Wouldn't it be nice to be able to just sit down and watch a movie with my bucket friend, so wouldn't it be nice? Live the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
I mean, it's also true,
I feel
too.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket.
God. To work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks.
Does it better now?
I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Good much for that.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Oh, God. Dude, let me have like a love triangle between me and the neighborhood of the bucket. It's like insane. Alright, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Let's be able to spend time with the bucket. It's definitely interesting.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
God, I wish I could remember where the hell these last things are. That would be nice. Large room, lots of boxes. And to me, it's gotta be the warehouse I was in before, but I don't see anything around there, which is kind of weird. So we have to do stairs. Let's. Yeah, I'm still thinking that gotta be two. Must be like in this direction. Nothing there. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah. That is the bathroom. Is that where the... I think we got that one already. Yeah. There's, of course, a selfie purse. Oh, fun. I think just when I would try to like look some of these up, honestly, just to save me some trouble. So there'd be no one otherwise. Wait, that's... Oh, this the elevator goes nowhere. Let's try this again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark
pianos
clouds
are
of
worked.
confusion
Boo.
and chaos.
That sucks.
It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
It's making the same sound as the keyboard now.
Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
I just want to play something on the freaking piano, but it's just, nothing happens. It just, like that. I mean, wow. Alright, anyway.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
8,
Trying
4,
to input anything
5.
on the device was used, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Okay, start.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Maybe.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Maybe could be. Who knows? Alright. Ooh. There's the elevator. What's over here, though? Oh, crap, it's dark. Yeah, it's way dark. I'm gonna worry about it right now. Ooh. Hello. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what's up with this, I think.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Everything would be alright.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Me and my best friend, the bucket. Oh, God. Should I short out now? Damn.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm thinking like the room 4. Yeah, should be that, I think.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Yeah, I was thinking they just gotta be, that one room, like, before the last room at the end of this run, I think. That's my best guess. But I don't know at this point about, but it's probably do that.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Yeah, the bucket was shot too.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Oh.
The bucket had never seen
That's
anything
just see
like
went down there.
this.
That was
It
the
very nearly
red
burst
screen.
into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Ooh. Box. Box friend. Did she be able to fit that box in the bucket? So, I mean, why can't I just, like, pick it up now?
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
Now the bucket's too sharp for that.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Well, be a bucket for one
These
thing.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control.
Was it pirates?
Never! He screamed
I just
the
noticed
bucket
that.
tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket friend. It's been real.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
That is very freaking
For
dark, hard to
he
see
and
now.
the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
I'm thinking to myself a bit basically it tosses the ooh, two. Like he tosses the bucket in the air and it just slaps it and just goes out the room. Wait, am I wrong? Yeah, I'm kind of. I just want to finally lean towards, but like that look in the. Oh wait, I see. I see. I'm assuming there's probably a number out there. I just can't see what it is. Unfortunately, I can't get up there because there's the things in the way. But still, hey, no big deal. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of colors in there. I mean, it looks like it's mostly blue. I mean, you see there's a red in the middle, so I'm assuming that that's what the one clue's about, but guess it's not exactly right, I guess. Oh well, no big deal.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Alright, let's do it.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley
Everything's
and the
shaking all of a
bucket
sudden
had
now.
defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Oh, the bucket roll skating sounds amazing now, honestly.
Any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
How would that work?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
Oh.
What? Wait. What was happening?
Oh,
Why
that's,
had the door stopped?
that's different.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room,
Uh-oh.
lingering in uncertainty.
That's not good.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming
That's
presence
interesting.
of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any
Oh, God.
lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms.
Just in behind
Not
him.
while this
Shoot that
building
lad.
has anything to say about it.
Oh.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I'm still my friend,
To be
though. That's
trapped
good.
eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I've tried forever in darkness with the bucket. It's not a bad thing. Hopefully. Alright. Alright. Bear with me for a second. I'm just gonna... Ooh, boom. Let me put something on real quick. That's what I'm actually, like... Look up where these things are. As soon as Spotify tries to load. That'll be good. Let's do... why not? I'll do that. I didn't know, but putting that soundtrack on mostly, but it, it's fun. I like that. Alright. 1 second. Yeah, I spelled correctly. Configure locations. Okay. First stamps on the content path. Okay. Select the same any path. Just walk out to the left, click walk on those planks. Oh, okay. Coming to the walk on the left, toward left. Oh, that's interesting. Alright. Okay. Small. Hey. Alright. This should be good now. Alright. How are you doing, Small?
All of his
How's your night been?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, let's see. Ooh, wrong way. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I've never seen a bit of rushes, honestly, but hey, it works.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Ah, for the bucket. Ah, well.
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, but eager to get back to business.
Oh, man,
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Tara's got to work on the team for brains deep fried. That is stuffy fair. Oh man. Yeah, admittedly, it kind of seems to be.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait. Oh crap! I hope I didn't mess with it. It kind of seems to me that because actually I got off work myself like about an hour and a half ago, so it's been keeping me busy, but at least it's not that bad.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Right.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I missed. Damn it.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ah, I should have grabbed the bucket. Damn it. I think the bucket will probably help, hopefully. But hey. Oh yeah, they definitely feel what she's getting at there.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Ah, I wish I could jump.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley.
But yeah, at the moment I'm busy just trying to get the rest of the rest of the collectible figurines in this game here.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
I think I got like half of them already. Or I think there was half of them. So I'm trying to. And I ended up looking up where the other three were, but I'm trying to figure out like.
No,
these are technically supposed to be
Don't go
here.
to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I was saying there's supposed to be some kind of wood path or something? I don't know what that would be though. So trying to move forward here, because this basically just like ooh. Actually
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
oh, actually maybe it's not
Stanley
right.
did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course.
Oh, there it
because
is.
Buckets can't talk. But Stanley
I see
chose
the
not to
path
think
there.
about this
Okay.
obvious
So we just
fact.
gotta
He was firmly
carefully.
convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
And there we go.
And he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
So it's just pointing me towards this little area right here. And I was like I was stopping up with it when I first like got back to it, but thankfully there's a way to actually get on there. Oh man, okay. So we're down here. These have to be.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
That's a good point.
If that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story
Oh,
is
God.
dependent on your understanding.
I didn't
of
yell
what
at me
is
for bringing the bucket
and
along.
isn't a bucket.
Get over this is.
Step in here for a moment.
God, this is fun. Oh, and it's dark now. Oh boy. What? Okay.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
This is different.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes. No.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh, really? Wow. That's interesting.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure now. I think to say yes. Ah, damn.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
It still counts bucket though. I mean, it technically is made to be a bucket, so I mean, it would count.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Can I look closer? I can't. Damn it. Ah, boo. I'm gonna say no.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Oh my god, really? Oh, Jesus. Okay. That is a tractor.
Is this a bucket?
That's the tractor.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme.
I
But I'm
was
starting to
almost-
get concerned that even this might be too much for you.
I was almost tempted to
Thank you
yes,
for
yes,
not
we'd be a
making me look
bucket.
like an idiot.
It would have been funny, I think. Yeah.
Is this a bucket?
That's another tractor.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Excuse me? What? I'm gonna get this right now.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Oh, thank you for the head pads. Was it actually? Is it working? I want to be sure. Yeah, it's working. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I was a little nervous about that, considering I, it changed out the wording at the redeem, and I had to like fix it in trigger fire. So I'm hoping it worked, but I think we did. Thank God. Anyway, say yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? Okay. This is kind of concerning.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
You okay? Help? I say yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
I think we all are.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm
man.
somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Send Chucker's bucket on stage now,
Stanley,
just because.
I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Excuse me?
Okay, here we go.
No, my bucket friend.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh God, I have no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Yeah, I'm not a bucket.
This is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
No, these are not buckets now.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
The first one's run to, I'm going to tell them everything's a bucket just because. Just to mess with people. It'll be fun.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Then next door. Okay, we did. Whew. What? Okay. Alright, so we're going to leave this bucket alone, because I figure if I did it again, it's because I did go over through it again, so... Alright. It's unfortunately going to have to leave that bucket behind, but yeah, that's
when
how things
Stanley
go.
came to a set of 2 open
Yeah.
doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, no, we get a chance to admire it some
Standing
more.
now in this incredible room,
What this,
Stanley
these
for the first time
pop scene
understood true
that
happiness.
rips you off.
Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there. Just a kind of,
Why don't you make about 25 and just to kind of pop? That's a lot.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah. Not important, you know.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ah, man. How do I get down there, though? Oh, wait. There we go. Boom. Was that a vent? Because... Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. Oh, careful.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I'm thinking Figlies. It seems like we're all the tongue a little better than the other ones, I think. Alright. Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Wait, is it?
That it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Oh god, I better put yourself now.
The office had begun.
Ooh.
So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Oh god, please stop, please stop.
The office had begun.
Thank you. Oh jeez. Alright,
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
what's supposed to be, honestly?
It's all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory.
That's fair.
Each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling.
Wow.
It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights.
There's a lot of fucking tapes there, man.
How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do.
That's fair.
Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Oh no, Gene. Yeah, my G's missing. That sucks. Man. Oh, bugs early now. Ooh. Huh. Interesting. Oh wait, did oh, so it actually like changes the layout now. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Anyway.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I got it right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Just
Perhaps he
be
wanted to
nice
stop
and
by the
save me
employee lounge
a couple
first,
steps.
just to admire it.
Be interesting though, hopefully. Alright,
Stanley
anyway.
felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach.
I like to move
Giddy
right
in
up.
a way, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Later.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
Alright, so I
in your
gotta
trust
focus
in
on
someone
this.
else can be
Hopefully
difficult, but the
I
fact
don't
is
script
the
shop to
story
be
has
annoying.
been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone...
Oh.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I mean, I didn't actually just want to be like, you know, jump off and hit the floor, but anyway, we've already been through that, so, man. Alright, let's see. To be 5. Ooh.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Later.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one.
Figure
and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all. You
Yeah, really.
can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
That name's like kind of overkill, honestly. But anyway, let me look up the last one real quick. Let's return this to a phone order. And downstairs. Staircase. Okay. So at the bottom of the staircase. Okay, that works. Okay. Whew. There we go. Anyway. Boom. Alright. Let's do this. Why
Oh,
not?
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
We're in circles now.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
We're in circles now. Oh my god.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
This is concerning.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel...
Oh.
I actually feel happy.
It's actually kind of cute, though. I like that. It's a nice little list tag, yes, you can call it. What's that do, though, honestly? Ooh. Oh. Oh, this is beautiful. It's a nice little calming presence, I guess you'd call it. Oh, man. Wait. Oh, actually, oh. Wait, do we leave? I'm curious now. I want to see if we can have somebody leave. Yeah, let's do that.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Ooh.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh, that was gonna have to do it then. So that was a nice thing. I did kind of
Please,
don't deal with that.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Well, goodbye, cruel world. It's been real. Bye.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
What's going to do again now?
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Are we something like a time loop or something? Bye.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Maybe later.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
Oh, that's too sad,
Am I
though.
reading the situation correctly?
Ow.
Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Well, considering I'm like half dead, I can imagine be able to experience this like willingly. Sort of like you jumped off the top of the stair like twice now. Man, the colors. Oh man, that's. I'm not understanding that they've been a nice little like mode to do some ASMR. If I had the ability to. If I could think of something I should do with that. Oh, wait, just gonna repeat it though? I think we already said that. Yeah, oh well. I know I'm running slow though. Because I've like broke my legs like twice.
Perhaps not.
Alright. Time to actually hopefully kill myself this time. So I can, go back and reset and do other things. It's fun though. Ow, jeez. And bye.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along.
How much I die?
I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
I'm just sad to see you depressed like that, honestly. It's fun to be able to experience that. But hey. Gotta move on somehow. And boom.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Finally.
I'm going back.
Took longer than it should, man, but jeez. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I was tempted, but I think we'll be able to sneak the bucket behind for a bit. Hopefully.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so... Let me see. So there definitely stairs, so that's good. So we just have to... So the only side is basically just at the bottom of the stairs coming up here, so just be careful not
Coming
to
to a
go into the door.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ooh. Oh, there it is.
And
How did I miss this?
the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
That's fair.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can get into whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Well, that helped. God. Wait, did I turn out the bucket? I think I did. Let's move on. Why not?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
And my coffee.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred.
Something to help stain them.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence.
Oh wait, I think it's a different version.
No reason at all.
Yeah, oh well.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Good point.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that
With
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Didn't realize he was
Were
like,
they
you know,
simply repeating?
putting his arm out and
Stanley said
closing the
to
door behind himself.
This is all too strange. This can't be real.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Excuse me, sorry.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
This has been better days, man.
He imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh yeah, it's a different version of the other one. It's not the
He imagined
beginning.
himself
Oh, man.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared.
Oh.
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then
just been
perhaps
staying like
the
that.
strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought.
A lot of
And while he
layers.
thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
It's something I've seen happen to
Was
everybody,
Stanley
though,
simply
honestly.
deceiving himself,
I'm thinking.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Yeah.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a
Well,
dream.
jeez.
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in
Oh,
control.
is this any more of this? Oh,
that
that'd be
this was
fun.
a dream.
Or this just
So
the
he
bucket
closed
version.
his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Then it runs into a
the
wall.
fresh air of the world outside this one.
Man.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
I just upset the ankle lift, though.
My life is normal.
I don't want to deal with what's having to see her naked again.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Are you sure about that? Ah.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah.
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Boom.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay, at least a little bit more centric compared to the basketball one, so
Mariella
hey,
woke up
I'll
on
work on
a day
it.
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane.
That if only we
I
could be
am
normal.
in control of my mind. I know what is real.
I definitely know what it means to not be normal right now.
Comforting to think this,
Jeez.
and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered
I'm sure you guys all know the
she had
experience of that.
scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So she's wearing high heels though. I think it should be easy to run there. Alright, yeah, let me give me a second. So one of the only sure like is I think like special with the whole kind of the first like skills. Okay, so I'm assuming that there's much to it, okay. I guess it's something to do, I guess, so at least it works. Oh, oops. There you go. Alright. What?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figures. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
I mean, sure.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
Okay.
I'd love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Huh. This is interesting. Yeah, I think I remember seeing this like last time, where we were basically doing the back to the memories of like the original game. Or also multiple pointing out the fact that they were giving out they just put the original Steam page for the game in auto picture, which is a lot. Anyway. 2013. That was the time. Oh, and yeah, there's the Steam page, as I mentioned. That is something. Long Sword, Serpentine's Festival. What, I wish I could zoom in. That'd be nice. Can we see what that the words on there? It's outside of the tape on there. This is what just messing up, I guess. 2013. I see what it is. Alright, anyway. Assuming this is where they are.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
That is a fair point. Oh yeah, I forgot this whole motif of that. It's kind of wild. 7? Huh. Well, I shouldn't think that kind of wonder if these had to order it to collect them in.
Was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
I mean, really. Oh? Huh.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your 3rd mini Stan? Can you remember?
So I remember 4 and 5 being in the warehouse, so I'm assuming it's this way. Yeah, that's all right.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the 3rd one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Especially to be like, 2 months since I played a lot of games with 4. Anyway. Man.
Let's see, what came next?
Apple.
Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room.
No we didn't.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Are you gaslighting me? Huh. So I don't remember ever being in a pink room like that. Wait. Oh, is it? So is that like a substitute for the planks? I guess. So I imagine they don't want to do that again. So,
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
ooh. What is Movie Maker? That's freaking amazing.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I spent 8 minutes in freaking win as a Movie Maker, man. That's what it seems like. Anyway, I'll still. Red door. Pretty sure it doesn't matter either way, but still. It's something at least. Swimming towards the stairs.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine. Right here, under the stairs. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
I think it's definitely kind of wild, though, that they took into account like, the exact order of the figurines picked up. But that's kind of a lot, honestly. Anyway. Now what? Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of wild that they took that into account.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Okay. Let's see how that is.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See
What?
how that feels.
Wait, what? Okay. I think I see how that is.
Okay, yes, that spot under the stairs. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the
Was it
memory
the
zone,
railings there?
this
Go
one
back
is the
up
most
now.
distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Everything could like them to the end of the world now, I guess. That's fun. Yeah. I think I'm afraid the doors went the same direction, so...
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh my god, really?
Yes, I love that video.
I mean, that was definitely a video. It was definitely something, I'm saying.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, very pink. It's a nice little apple, too. Just like a pink lady? Pink lady apple, I guess? You can call it. In a way. Something. Oh, man.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Actually, I didn't remember if there's like an actual achievement for them. That'd be interesting. What? Was that like a seam? That's weird. So like this, yeah, I think that's actual seam. Huh. I'm seeing Under the World right now. That's interesting. Oh well. Ah, man. I trying to see what's under this direction. Wait. No. Yeah. I'm assuming the movie must have been like, what would happen if I chose the direction the original, when we were going forwards. I said, you want to put it in the wrong direction, I guess.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I mean, we can't help that. There's only so much we can do with this, man. And back into the void.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Alright, what else? If we don't have having to go through the... Oh. Having to go through this like the third time is going to be insane. Oh, hi. Huh.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
God, if only I had used my jumps. That's the one if you didn't actually try that. Yep. You can't jump. That's unfortunate. They only give you 20 jumps to use, and I blew them all in one chunk, which is sad.
Oh, yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yeah.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Alright, let's...
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office?
Home,
There's something
I guess?
I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory?
Oh, that's fun.
Go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Man. What if it's actually taking into account, though?
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing. For now.
God, the demons didn't like something, man. It's buddy friend, I need you.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
I need you, buddy friend.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and opened the door on his left.
Let's go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Oh, crap, I just realized I shouldn't have grabbed the bucket. Oh well. And there's always another round, I guess.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was
Yeah.
this better than the meeting room? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Damn it, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Did I forget what that went. Oh well.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the
Sitting
bucket's
over
warmth
manager.
and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh, it's just actually going to be normal now. So just now to finish out the figurine ending, it's back to normal. It's interesting now. I think. Alright, anyway.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Stuff is pointing towards the crazy ending, so don't want to do that.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of life.
Crap.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation,
Shoot.
Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing
What's that?
code. Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I still remember that. Wow.
The bucket knew all along. Was the bucket guiding
It's
him?
been like an hour since the last
This is certainly the
this
most logical
office anyway. So
explanation.
anyway. Alright, let's go. The one when the point to be able to actually turn the lights on in like the last room for the ending. That'd be interesting.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Actually, I do want to check this one out. I think we were going through this turned through the last time and changed my mind the last second and turned around. So let's see what happens with this. I don't know what he's
Although
done.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
I'm willing to take it, though. That's all I'll go
The
for.
door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Nah.
At this
Didn't keep
point,
going.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, God, I'm nervous. Let's see what this is about. Ooh. So... What? Wait, what? Oh, this is different. Oh, okay. Oh, I think that they can remember this.
Motion, and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise. Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
Of course, I
This is what Stanley thought to
I don't think I can jump over there,
and he
or
sort
it
of
sucks.
kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, it's been fun. But,
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Huh? What? That's...
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket.
I saw the
It's
bucket,
true
though.
that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Wow. Huh. Current exhibit, impressed with knowledge of the bucket itself. Minus everything, count is void. Huh. This vulnerability is initiated. Oh my god. It's I don't know what how much stuff changes when you have a bucket with you. It's kind of insane. Anyway.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Can't believe you, man. 25 buckets, 33 buckets over camera. It does look like 25 though. It looks like way more than that. Like an entire pile of them. Huh. Bucket with two. Whoa. Bucket with 2 handles. That's better than having a bucket with a 1 handle. My god, man. So, trees are 11 trees, experimental. Doesn't put the judges for candidates. Wow. Gotta love that. Inferno bucket. Terrorist proof lower in this Tanzania to war with one under control of it. With the Marines to control. That's fair, honestly. Plus potatoes name cam up by a lawn. My god, man. Actually, what's the direction I'm at? I'm curious. Stress buckets. I think if I can like reassurance. People trying to do these holes. Stress bucket. Oh. It's not a commentary. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see where it's come from. Man. Oh, this game. This game's wild.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The bucket is God. Ah, I wish I could go back there. Which I still can jump. Which is unfortunate. Smiles in relation to bucket humidity. You guys more new out of reach. That's further on good. Wait. Do I jump? Still. Oh, wait. It was before. Wow.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together.
It's like I'm not going to move out of the way, so...
As leader,
yeah.
as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Boom. Man. Well, that was something. That was like experience,
Even
man.
now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I was wondering what I can do with that, honestly. Or about that, I didn't want to bring with me. Is there anything to yell at me about that again? So we have to go
When
to...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge.
Cool.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Cool. Alright.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I think I'm trying to see what the right door is like. I want to check it out.
Look, Stanley, I think
I'm
perhaps we've gotten
curious
off
about this.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you...
Don't care.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
No, we don't.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Well, I think we'll probably do it next time. So we can hope for, really. Alright.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'll go through the blue door this time.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'll go through the blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door. I see.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Well.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Oh, I think I remember this part,
I
actually.
think I put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours.
What's over
What
there?
would have made
I'm
this
curious.
game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Okay.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I'm tempted to just, like, go through the other main doors just to screw with them. But, yeah, I think I'll listen to this.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Oh, God. Do I... Yeah, I think I don't wonder what I should... Hang on. I'm curious about this, actually. Oh, boy. I think I'm going to do 4.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark.
But it is something.
Sure into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Ooh.
Let's take a look.
I'm curious. Oh, okay. Leaderboard. Good on. Is this for people? Oh god, okay. Okay. I see how it is. Man. It's just still going. Alright, anyway.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I mean, I guess. Especially considering that, apparently it's going on for like 7 hours right now, which is a lot. Let's see before.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Sure.
Let me boot it up.
Why not?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
That's
course,
fair.
The message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh god. Ow, it's loud. Ow, loud. Please. Ow. That hurts. God, that freaking hurts. Oh, that hurts. No, idiot.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Didn't help that it's different, but it was loud.
Thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Firewatch?
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Excuse me?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower.
Oh.
Perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
What's going on?
I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I'm gonna sit with the stick freaking Firewatch in here. Which seems insane. Ultra Deluxe. Yeah, it's 100% Firewatch. Huh. This is wild, man.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Wow.
You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I mean, we have walls here, so I think it's worth the time.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh, that seems insane. But Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
What do we do, though? There's no cars around.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Oh my god, sports
We
ball.
shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
What? Oh god, okay. Can I help?
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
I mean, that's
think
fair.
I'll try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
That's so many balls. Balls. So many balls. I'm basically just like doing whatever right now.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
It would make more fun
Well,
of
sure,
a
hope you're
car,
having a
but
good time,
hey,
because guess
it
what?
works.
It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
That's
Without
fair.
rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Well, time to spend the rest of our lives here in the Rocket League pitch, doing nothing, I guess. Well, so, Alright, let's jump off.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh god. People do have like a hidden beta orbital Stanley Parable like under the Rocket League pitch. Oh hi. Huh. This is weird. Oh. Just to explore around here. Ah, okay. Head towards the light. See what happens to that. Hmm. Is that... What? Now what? Just tapping buttons, trying to see what's going on. Come on. Okay, I think this is wrong direction. Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I'm just like registering this all right now. Okay. Wow.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I did seem to remember there being someone involved with Turtle was Peter, so I was all the words there. So, might get lucky, who knows? Actually, wait, I hope there wasn't one on my computer. That'd be kind of unfortunate that it was that, and I missed that. It was like, oh, I've got to screw up the ending. Like, damn it. Okay. Oh, wait. Input. Wait, I think I already... Wait, I think we did the one. Was there one... The last room, I think? No. Nope. Nope. I might be thinking of someone else, I think. Yes, I think I remember there being someone involved with Peter. It was like the one ending for that. Maybe got lucky, who knows. Is that like a 457? Oh, so that's actually like a window. It's not a mirror. I wonder what that deal with that was. All right. Anyway.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's... Oh, what else can I do? Yeah, let's listen this time. Ah, man. Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Where's the beat those computers with the inputs? I was kind of wondering. Actually, let's system the elevator, because why not? Figure we'll try that out. So give you a chance to actually listen to her a bit. Oh. Ooh. Still. This recipe is just like warping a bit when it went on crunching. Alright, are we done? Oh man. Alright. What's I missing though?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known
I can't remember what the word says.
Keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping
so
from
blurry.
him.
You didn't see what
And
the
so
circuit
boss
says.
Behind it, an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Um, 1987.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Let's just do it anyway, why not?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Man.
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think what else I should do right now. I think I got like a decent chunk of the endings. Okay. So skipped all the going down. There's no Dave the Buck with me, so that works.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
First me though. I'll take that not to waste time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally
Where's mine,
monitored
though?
in this place where freedom meant nothing.
4-2, right there. There's where I am. Unfortunately, oh, yeah, there's my office. I can see it there. Unfortunately, I'm not there. As nobody else is, so kind of a waste. It's definitely a waste of life of film just to be filmed like an empty room, which kind of sucks.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Fair.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
That's a fair
Had he
point.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was
Good
the
point for that.
proof.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I'm back here and I remember the fact that number one, the girls are mocking me now. I can't get up to it, which sucks. Oh, man.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty.
Yeah, no problem, Poopy.
To put an end
Yeah,
to this
thanks for
horrible
stopping by.
place
Have
and to
a good
everything it
night.
stood for.
Thank you for the head pass as well. Yeah, have a good night. Have a good sleep. Oh yeah, I am also planning on a stream tomorrow as well. I'm going to be finishing off the SADX and SA2 crowd control, so there would be something to keep track of. But yeah, anyway, yeah, have a wonderful night. All right, let's deal with this. Why not? I mean, why not?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
It's a question. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I can do with that.
Strange building hold. But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
That's fair.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Oh, I just noticed that. It seems like a tiny ass parking lot. Only for like 3 cars, maybe 4, if you're lucky. That's wild.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Good for him. Unfortunately, Stanley to be back at being soon enough. Alright. Yeah, give me a second here. I just want to actually, like, there we go. I just want to look something out quick. I want to see if there's, like, anything else I can look up. So I can spell correctly. That'd be nice. God damn, man. Okay. Okay, so I think we have an idea where we're going now. So I think we're going to go ahead and essentially pause this. There we go. Sorry, I was just looking up the
All of his co-workers were gone.
I remember hearing about the
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
a certain
Perhaps he'd
ending
simply
that
missed
was
the
coming.
window.
The embrace of an old friend.
So I was just sort of looking up to see how I'll be able to start that ending. So we should be good now.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
It's admittedly, to be fair, they're going to get some new content. That'd be nice.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I think they still have my best friend bucket here, which I appreciate.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human
The
life.
freaking boss, which is kind of
Crushed
insane.
by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Skip the part.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright. Step inside, and go back. I wish I could see what the freaking button was, though. Come on. Ah, damn it. Really? Oh, boo. Ah, trapped in here. That's annoying. Hang on. See home to my troll facility. Oh! Gonna screw crap at me. Oh my god, wow. Sorry, though, I was just looking stuff up that's seeing everything to throw.
And then
Just crap in
eating
here.
garbage.
But anyway, thank you for the raid, guys. Thank you for coming on. Oh man. All right. Anyway, let me give you a shot real quick. Blah. Come on. There we go. Yeah, there's those 200 now. I can't wait for that. Anyway, yeah. Actually, how's rap by the way? How did that go? Right, there we go. Job time as always. That's to be fair. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, what the player said. I'm sure most of you probably would know, but consider spending a short time over there. But for those who don't, I'm Cube. I'm Racc-tuber, as you can probably tell. I'm a writing streamer. I play a lot of I play a lot of RPGs and adventure games. I'm also a huge fan of Digimon too, so I usually play that a lot. But anyway, today we're playing some Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I'm trying to figure out the well, actually, no, I think I have an idea. I was trying to figure out the different ending, but because there's mainly I ran out of some of the new endings I haven't gone to yet. It's like without having to look things up, but so I was just looking up some of the details of what it's supposed to do. So there we go.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up?
But anyway,
When I was
we're
pressing
just
those
trying
keypad
to
buttons, there was something very intriguing
see
about
things
the
like.
number 3. I
Also,
went
that they've
back
come
so
to you
I could try
too.
pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
I kind of misread the rest of the details about that. Yes, of course, my best friend, the bucket. I love this guy. It makes me wish I could, like, just put the bucket over my head, just to run around this area blind, but unfortunately we can't, which sucks.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
No? Ah.
Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Ah, man, really? Yeah, I figured it wasn't much we can do about that. Oh well. Alright, see what's going on with this.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
What did it do,
A
though?
hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Oh.
ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Wait, hang on.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
That's it. Yeah, I'll admit, I don't think I've been able to figure this out by myself. Mostly is just trying to, like, did some kind of a hint with the ending, I guess. Elevator. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're just...
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence.
The 3.
Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
But yeah, honestly, I'll admit that I was cheating a little bit. I looked up a guide about it. But just for the most part, I'm mostly just
They'd always been there for one another.
I'm mostly only looked at what the
question caused Stanley to
how to actually start that part of the story.
He knew that there
So I'm not
must
fully
be
cheating, I'm
to
cheating a little bit.
the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Does I at least want to do this for I end this? That's the important thing. Oh, actually. Oh, did it say anything?
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over.
I can't even see it, honestly.
He would
That sounds
elaborate
amazing.
fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Oh, this is different. Huh. Interesting.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing
Oh, it's kind of amazing, though.
until it couldn't be refined a single measure further.
Let's go to
When
Mars.
the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Wouldn't it be kind of nice if it just be the world's healthiest human being? That'd be something, honestly. Alright, anyway. Stage or to the left. Or what's for a sentient machine? Okay. Just
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over.
Oh, okay.
One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Yeah, I was thinking that for a second that was like a code to put into the keypad of the boss office, but I guess it's just my number. Oh boy. Alright. Alright. Oh, wait, hang on. Alright. Everything's gonna be there. Do fine. Just advance the bucket to 3 is the best number. Here we go. Oh, okay. Whew. Let's go. Yeah, that'd be prepared. That'd be very hyped. Ooh.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak.
Really?
To listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
The way that took acted, man, that was like, oh man, that was depressing. Oh man. All right. Anyway, I don't know what else I could do though. Honestly, I feel like we.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, I don't want to end on this depressing note. So I think we're just gonna do one more run. So we'll do that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Or actually, let's do this.
This
I got
was
an
not
idea.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That was kind of sad, man.
It was okay.
It's a kind of depressing break room, honestly. There's like so much space between, this set of chairs, and then have to go all the way over here to get this set of chairs. And as I mentioned before, that like $25 for a can of pop.
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. Yeah. A room so utterly captivating
what kind of
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
I see. I think there must be some water bottles there. I'm assuming.
And some paintings. Really worth it.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Actually, I kind of.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
I kind of like the green flavor.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Is there anything up at $25 I can borrow? I want to see if I can. Actually, crap.
Stanley's
I'm not even sure
But when a long time had passed and there
Wait,
was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I think that build is except for like fake. Damn, that's unfortunate. Oh well. I'm just gonna be thirsty now.
But at
Which is
last,
unfortunate.
he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Alright.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's definitely thirsty, yeah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, actually, I have an idea.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. You had zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
So I know we technically already went through this ending tonight, but I want to show this off now and see all you guys are here. So this is the ending we technically already went through earlier, but I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this. So we're just going to go through the blue door.
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
I go through the blue door. Let me repeat myself.
I don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
I said I would go through the blue door behind me.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
This might take a bit, but yeah.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah, I definitely remember this part before, but with the Ultra Deluxe version, they added some really cool stuff after this. I think they like this.
Stanley, help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
A wooden door.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
It's the last time I gave him 4, but I think we want to be nice this time. We'll give him 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try.
That is fair.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. The worldwide leaderboard. And I'm like way at the bottom. And stop moving. And there we go. 9,328. That's kind of sad, honestly. Alright, anyway.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Hell yeah, 5.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
What if we were a twist to actually say no, but yeah.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
And if he reaches the
I hate this part,
you
though.
fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Especially the bad news is that the lip button is loud as hell. Very annoying noise. Okay, yeah. I don't want to look at it anymore.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
I don't think I can endure that noise for 5 hours.
I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that
Maybe
might
it
improve the experience for
wouldn't be
me.
that bad.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
It wouldn't be
Thank you
that
for
bad
playing.
if
Your
if
input
that
was extremely
if that
valuable.
noise didn't happen.
Okay,
If I
since
didn't have my
game's so
headphones on.
awful, why don't we play someone else's game just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, really? Wow.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Like in
What's
Firewatch.
our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man.
If I actually tried to hit the button for like 5 hours, I would go insane, honestly.
Some sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
So like the first time I saw this ending, it's like, wow, can't believe they managed to stick freaking fire. This is technically this is technically Firewatch, so at least in a way it is. I don't know if any of you guys has played Firewatch before, but it's interesting. Yeah, big point for an hour. I'm sure Fire's button would be fine. I mean that's a fair point, but yeah, I mean, I definitely enjoyed it too. But it's a fun game. Honestly, it's a game. Oh, Firewatch, yeah, yeah. Because there's technically, yeah, true. So imagine trying to survive Big Point for 5 hours instead of just one. That'd be the worst. I don't think even I would be able to survive that, honestly.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing.
If only it was thin enough.
Just wandering
Because
around,
go
no
right to
or wrong
this gap.
directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing. Wonderful.
Hello, Rocket
See,
League.
this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage
I mean,
to get
your
lost
Rocket
in
League
this
definitely is game
I
design.
will be phenomenally impressed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
You know,
Okay, I'm
it's
seeing that there's a ball
kind of wild
sometime
how
back
they
here.
managed
Is
to
this
bring in
game
like
sports
the
ball?
original
Stanley, I think it's sports
Rocket League
ball.
map.
Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
ball. Here's balls. Oh, I have to win near the ball.
Are you
If only
doing
drive
it?
cars.
Are you winning?
That'd be
Is
good
this
fun.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Oh, man.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
More balls.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Oh, okay.
Stanley,
Ooh,
I'm like
okay.
a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Balls. All the balls. You know, I shouldn't notice now that it was just how short I am right now in this map.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
God,
Your little
I
fun
can't
comes to
believe
an
the
end.
near one
This is
poo-poo
my
freaking
game,
Rocket League,
and what
man.
I say
Your game's
goes.
badass.
You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who
I can
knows?
imagine.
You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Oh, it's nice and quiet here. We can slowly walk between all the two goals. Do something, I guess. Or actually, better idea. Actually, I'm kind of wondering. Does I remember last time I went to that goal? I want to see what this goal's like. It might just probably the same stuff, but still, it's be something interesting to check out. See if there's any differences. We just gotta go. What?
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Why not?
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Why is it freaking dark in here? I can't see anything. Alright. So quiet in here. With the near not tuck my ear off, it's like it's kind of refreshing, honestly. But to be even a second time, it's kind of nice. Not having to, listen to what this guy says all the time. Like, wow. There were stabbing buttons, not care in the world. It's kind of freeing. Not gonna lie, it's interesting. That's nice. But unfortunately, there's much we can do with that, so head back.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
That is fair.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Man, yeah.
I can wait.
Oh, alright. Alright, I think it's probably good for now. Alright, there we go. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for coming along. It's a lot of fun getting to play more of this game, even though I still think there's a lot of things I probably still haven't missed. I think I'm probably gonna do some research to see if there's any more endings that I can unlock before. Because I'm not like 100% sure if I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, definitely is, honestly. It's fun game to wander around in, especially like on first run through, being able to experience especially some new stuff compared to the original game. It's a lot of fun doing that. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna look around, see what other kind of endings I could get before I decide if I want to do a third stream. Because I doing a plus, yeah. At least the ones I've seen so far, I'm definitely very into. But anyway, yeah, because I'm not 100% sure how many more endings I haven't done yet. So I'm gonna see what else I have left to do. I'm leaning towards doing a third stream sometime in the future. But if it comes to the point where there's like not enough endings where it can feel like a full Wednesday stream, I might probably skip that and do it on my own. But if I have enough, hey, but the lucky who knows. But yeah, anyway, that's it for tonight. We're gonna, thank you for the raid, once again. Yeah, thank you for all the new follows. We're actually getting pretty close to 200. It's just 5 more to go, which is kind of nice. But yeah, as I said when I post my schedule, I'm actually going to be streaming tomorrow as well. Since I missed last Saturday, we're going to be finishing off. We've been finishing off Sonic Adventure DX, and with Crowd Control, I'm actually also going to be doing. I figure we'll have enough time to do that too, so I was planning on doing SA2 as well, since I only have last story to do on that one. God, I'm actually thinking once I finish SA2, I might try and do some Chakra stuff, because I'm kind of interested actually. But even if I'll just waste time just run around doing that, it's something. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and find somebody to raid. Actually, let's do that. Ball that up. Let's see. Okay. Actually, yeah. Got an idea. Let me pull my stream up. Wait, actually. There we go. There we go. Pull that up, make sure it's still working. Ads. Sorry, give me seconds. I just have to get to this ad here. So it's always the worst thing we have to go with the 30-second ad just to watch something. Honestly, it's kind of wild.
I think it might be whenever both players are low on life.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Oh, thank you for the water. I'll go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. Let me check it off real quick before I forget. Boom. There we go. Yeah, so we're gonna go and give a little Reggie a raid. Figure I'm doing that. Anyway, let's see. Alright, so there we go. this is going to be our raid message. We're just gonna keep it simple. This may be hard to think of a funny raid message like for being like 1:30 in the morning for my time, which is wild. But yeah, go and copy that. If you're sub, you can go and copy with the emotes. If you're not, you can always just copy the message and you know, put up whatever raid emotes you have or whatever raid emotes you have either. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, and we're as I said, we're going to be doing the Slugfish EX, Sonic Adventure 2 with crowd control. Finish those off. Looking forward to. Yeah, you're welcome. And glad to actually do that. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun playing through this game again. I'm kind of very eager to play some more of it. But yeah, as I said, we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, do that. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and we're going to give it right. So I will see you. I hope I see you guys tomorrow evening. So have a good night. Bye.
Low cal Chloe.
Yeah. Cool, Raccoon. Hey!
What?
Thanks for the raid, man. Hello, everybody.
Welcome, Raiders.
Welcome, welcome.
It's a raccoon raid.
Do a shout out for Coop Raccoon. What were you playing, Coop? Let me pause this just real quick to say hi to Coop. Hello, 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 hello. Did I do your name right? I think I did. Yeah, I did your name right. And then shout out for is your name with underscores on here?
Me? Yeah. That was Snack.
This is my buddy, my TV buddy, drop in, drop out. He also plays he plays some stuff. He's starting to stream. Everybody go give him a follow. He's a real cool dude, very chill vibes. Playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Ooh, I heard that was like a really significant expansion on Stanley Parable. I heard like lots of good things about it. I hope you're having fun with it. Welcome everybody, I'm Reginald Whiskersworth. I'm gonna sell myself to you real quick. I play fighting games a lot, and I play other games. Okay. There you go, you got it. And I draw too,